Just as Ripple Labs continues to register more extraordinary leaps and bounds in its lawsuit with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, XRP continues to enjoy praises from famous financial experts and institutions such as Coinbase, JP Morgan, Mike Novogratz, and former controversial Wall Street stockbroker Jordan Belfort. These experts all agree on a single fact. Should the lawsuit get settled, the Ripple asset is set for more significant highs. Following that train of thought, Ripple's CEO believes that the SEC lawsuit will be concluded much sooner rather than later, with the greatest emphasis for a settlement date being placed at next year, as the CEO confirms that his side is seeing some good progress in the lawsuit over the status of XRP. Welcome back to Make Money Online. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. We'll be right back after this.
GSX is an unprecedented financial asset that combines the best elements of a traditional investment with the backing of a stablecoin and the use cases of many of the largest decentralized currencies like XRP.
The regulatory riddle that struck the U.S. crypto market in the form of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit has attracted the attention of crypto and financial experts alike. The event that had the United States financial watchdogs filing a lawsuit charging that one of the most prominent players in the crypto sphere, Ripple Labs, violated security laws now seems like a pushover. With an investigation into the SEC versus Ripple case, given the more significant consequences of the lawsuit to the entire crypto space, just as the rapidly evolving crypto industry continues to attract regulatory scrutiny from the SEC, the U.S. Financial Regulatory Agency places itself at the epicenter of the world's most controversial financial-related lawsuit of the 21st century. According to Brad Garlinghouse, clearly we're seeing good questions asked by the judge, and I think the judge realizes this is not just about Ripple, this will have broader implications. Just as the Ripple CEO expresses his deepest expectations on the case centered around the XRP token, he asserts that the lawsuit against the world's 7th largest cryptocurrency will likely conclude next year.
Take me to church, child. Get the sign of it out. So you can shop and get nothing off of me.
The event that had the then chairman of the SEC, Jake Layton, signing off on the court charge against the Ripple token just hours before giving up his office following the ascension of President Joe Biden in the 2020 presidential election, and adding up to other suspicious dealings among several high-ranking officials, including the former chair Jake Layton, former director of the Division of Corporation Finance, Bill Hinman, whose Ethereum favorite speech continues to reverberate throughout the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, to mention a few. And considering filing such an order immediately before leaving office, while leaving off the burden of continuing the litigation to the succeeding administration, which happens to fall under the leadership of Gary Gensler. Combining all of these factors makes the timing a bit odd. Following on from his predecessor's vendetta, the former chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission has continued to tout the XRP token, which is reasonably expected. While other industry professionals such as Chris Giancarlo, the IMF, the WEF, and even the U.S. Homeland Security continue to maintain that XRP is not a security. Reputed for being a rock star of sorts in certain corners of the cryptocurrency community, the attorney and former business executive who happens to be a key player in the establishment of the criteria that eventually led to Bitcoin and Ethereum being declared commodities, solidly believes that the Ripple token is not a security. Hence, according to Chris Giancarlo, it has not violated any of the alleged claims put forth by the SEC. When Mr. Giancarlo was the chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, he became famous for setting the standards for 2 of the largest cryptocurrencies in the world. Considering his assertion from back in the day that had primarily influenced the SEC's decision to declare Bitcoin and Ether tokens as digital currencies, not securities. The Ripple versus SEC lawsuit spans far and wide. The eventual decision that led to the SEC classifying XRP as a security has impacted the retail owners of the cryptocurrency and other corporate clients utilizing Ripple services that don't rely on the cryptocurrency. Such Ripple partners like American Express, Santander, SBI Holdings, and a host of others stand to be impacted actively or passively depending on the judge's decision in this lawsuit. Just as privately held blockchain remittance company valued at over $10 billion continues to enjoy such stakeholders as the likes of the most prominent venture capitalist firm in the US, Andreessen Horowitz, Alphabet's venture capital arm, GV, and Japan's SBI Holdings, which happens to be Ripple's most significant external shareholder. According to a publication released by Chris Giancarlo and co-authored by Conrad Balke, a commodities lawyer with the New York law firm Wilkie Farr and Gallagher, titled Cryptocurrencies and U.S. Securities Laws Beyond Bitcoin and Ether, XRP cannot be considered a security asset. Given the SEC's ever-changing regulatory structure, Giancarlo and Balke argue in this paper that should XRP be thoroughly scrutinized under the conditions provisioned by the Howey test, The Ripple coin can't be considered a security, but instead a digital currency just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, or a medium of exchange. And as such, both have affirmed that the increased adoption of XRP as a medium of exchange and a form of payment in recent years, both by consumers and in the business-to-business setting, further underscores the utility of XRP as a bona fide fiat substitute. Suppose Giancarlo and his co-author were to be correct. In that case, the XRP token could become one of the most valuable startups in the crypto and the entire fintech industry. Just as Brad Garlinghouse has stated that he expects to see the lawsuit coming to an end by next year, as he repeatedly laments about the SEC's inability to provide a clear-cut framework to regulate the cryptocurrency asset class. The Ripple CEO goes on to explain that the proposed policy framework is a three-pronged approach of what can be done now. Although the judge in the lawsuit, whom the Ripple executive has commended for passing a fair judgment, is doing a great job at maintaining a little bit of balance. Yet onlookers within the crypto space continue to call for a reformation of the U.S. crypto regulatory framework. As a result, this trend has prompted Ripple to publish a proposal for a regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies titled the Real Approach to Cryptocurrency Regulation.
Take me to church, shout. Get the sign of it out. So you can shop and get knocked out of me.
One essential utility of the XRP token is its reduced transaction cost, which is beneficial to retail investors since they don't have to incur too much when sending money across different regions. At the same time, this new money transfer system allows Ripple's corporate clients to provide a seamless cross-border payment solution for their customers, all thanks to Ripple's extensive network of financial partners, otherwise known as RippleNet. Additionally, the crypto payments firm also offers other services and products that utilize the XRP token for borderless transaction settlements, known as on-demand liquidity. Given the uniqueness of the Ripple protocol and the XRP ledger, you can understand why these banks and financial institutions from around the globe continue to look for a much more superior tech solution that can offer an all-inclusive remittance service to customers, as Ripple does. With a steady increase in demand for on-demand liquidity, in conjunction with continued growth in remittance flows, Ripple will soon become the standard, as it's set to help these financial institutions open up new revenue potential. Regarding the lawsuit agenda, someone might ask, what's next in the cryptocurrency trial of the century? Seeing as we're way past the deadline for expert discovery, which was scheduled on Friday, November 12th. The presiding magistrate over the fact discovery phase of the lawsuit, Judge Sarah Netburn, has granted the SEC's motion to compel Ripple to provide media recordings of meetings held by members of the fintech firm where they discussed such matters relating to the status of XRP and crypto regulation in general. The SEC didn't learn anything from the internet bubble, which eventually became the yardstick that had placed the United States at the forefront of innovation. So if the SEC thinks regulation by enforcement is the best way to go about this, then I think they should have a rethink. Regulation by enforcement is the primary factor that stifles innovation. And suppose there's one thing to be learned from the internet revolution from back in the 90s, in that case, it's that embracing newer technology is the best way to foster innovation. And as a fundamental backbone of the SEC's authority, it doesn't amount to much when the SEC seem to be crumbling. Because right now, there's no trust in the market, as retail investors, whom the SEC have a sworn oath to protect, are backing out on the agency's irregular regulatory idiosyncrasies. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on bell notifications. We also have a free Discord group where we share daily signals, and now you can also support us on Patreon. We have a special offer for our first 100 members, only $9.99 for our VIP Discord channels, where we share much more in-depth analysis and even one-on-one sessions. And make sure you check out the GSX competition for your chance to win big. Links are below, and if you have any questions, drop us a comment. And we'll see you next time.
Hollywood Carson. That's how it goes. Hollywood Carson.